What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bullish Bears YouTube video. I'm Kevin and I'll be your host today. And today we're going to be doing some analysis and some trade setups on Tesla and Apple that I'm going to be looking for this coming week. So let's get into it. Don't forget, guys, check us out. Join our community, bullishbears.com. We go live every morning for you guys. We make sure we have some nice call outs, some nice watch lists, and some good trade setups for you guys as well. Check us out, bullishbears.com. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first stock we're going to be looking at is Tesla. Now Tesla is a highly traded stock. It has a fantastic ATR, that's an average true range, which is basically an options trader's dream, right? As options traders, we look for stocks with good average true ranges so that we're able to get good delta moves on our options that we day trade. So Tesla being a good stock that we like to watch, some setups that I'm looking for is for us to hold underneath this key level at 220, so it's a key psychological level as well as an area of interest that I have marked. I'm going to be looking for us to hold below and to target 214 for Monday's open, right? So I'm going to look for us to open somewhere around here, 218-ish. Maybe we'll open in this area, but I want us to sell off, create a lower high on the lower time frames. I'm talking 5 and 15 minute, and then reject and push lower for about what looks to be about a $5 move on Tesla. Again, as I mentioned before, a $5 move if we're trading options is a fantastic move in our favor because each dollar move we get, the delta moves for that contract, and gamma adds to that as well. So that's one setup I'm looking for on Monday. Another thing that I might look out for, though, is if we fail to sell off from this area of interest, I'm going to really look for us to hold and break above this 223 level. And if we're able to break above this 223 level, I want to see that 230 level be hit. And I'm going to show you guys a smaller time frame. This is the hourly. Now, if bulls by any chance do want to step in and show their presence, right, as we've seen this past week or so, bulls really stepped in, turning the market around, even though if we look at the daily time frame, we could tell that on Tesla since about 719, we have been in a downtrend. We've been making these lower highs. We've been making some lower lows. We recently made some higher lows, but then we broke them and created new lower lows again. So guys, if the trend is our friend, we're making these lower highs and we are making lower lows along. So we are in a bear trend on Tesla until some of these highs are taken out and we start pushing back up again. But we do have to get there, right? So in the meantime, I'm looking for us to hold this 223 to see that 230, and I'd also like us to break that 230, retest, and see this 240. So I'm going to be playing a lot of key levels and key psychological levels when it comes to Tesla because there's so many retail traders, there are so many firms and institutions that trade it, and it just generally has a lot of volume. Now, I mainly trade ES and NQ futures, but I always watch my equities as well because they have such a pull on them. So we could see how our key levels have been playing as well. That 204, that 199, and this 192 played very well on, I believe this was Friday? No, this was Monday, right? Look at that, almost to a penny. Great level. Alright, so that's what I'm looking at on Tesla. If we break below, I want to see us make some new lower lows. I would like the bears to continue this trend, maybe even see that 180 if we want to sell off strong. If we look at the weekly time frame, however, it does seem as though bulls have tried to take control here, right? We have a bit of a pattern forming, a bit of a morning star pattern where we have the sell-off, a basing, and then a bit of a pump. So again, I would really want to see bulls hold us above this 223 level to see 230, but I'd much rather see bears come in with continuation because bears are really good with taking us down further. We're able to sell off a lot stronger than we're able to pump up lately. So I'd like to see a sell off from this 220 to see 214, sell off below 210 to see 204, and so on. All right, guys, let's get into Apple. Alright guys, next stock we're going to be covering is Apple. This is another fantastic stock to trade. Although it does not have as high of an average true range as Tesla, it's a lot cheaper in the options contracts because of that. So let's look into Apple. Let's see if we have some nice setups. As we see here, we're looking at the daily time frame on Apple, and we see we have these white trend lines making a falling wedge on Apple right now. And right now we're at the top trend line, and that trend line also has this 177 key level that I had marked out since about, what is that, May 30th. I've had this key level marked out, and it worked as support a few times, support again, then it worked as resistance, and now it is working as resistance. And we also have a 1 hour supply zone as well. So I'm really looking for this area along with this trend line and this key level to hold as some sort of resistance on Apple to give us a move lower. Now, although if we look at the daily time frame and we look at the weekly time frame too, if we look back these 6 trading days, each one has been green. Each day we've been able to push higher, other than these few days right here where we were sort of inside bars and not breaking the previous day highs. We did continue on this uptrend. This day here though, Friday, we did open with a gap lower, tried to make our way back higher and failed to close. Let's check it out if we failed to close inside that supply zone, right? So that supply zone is still valid along with that key level and that trend line. So a trade that I'm going to be looking for on Monday is going to be a short position off of this 177 key level, and I'm going to really be targeting, first target is going to be this 174. My second target is going to be the 1 hour demand zone at 171. So we have our targets, we know what we're looking for. Let's see if we have any trend lines we could put as well. Anything here? Nothing too clean. So I'm going to go with no on that. Let's see if we got anything else. Always good to double check. Never rush through your technical analysis and trust your technical analysis. Right, so we're sort of getting tight up into the supply zone. I'm going to look for us to break lower and give us some momentum to the downside. Bulls have stepped in recently. A lot of people are switching their analysis and their thoughts and their biases to bullish because, again, if we look at the daily, it's been pretty bullish on Tesla, on Apple, on a lot of equities, NVIDIA, Amazon. However, if we do zoom out, we have been more in a bear trend lately ever since about the beginning of August, right over here, right? We made these lower highs, we made some lower lows, and if we look at the days where we sell off compared to the days where we rally, a lot of times the sell-offs are a lot stronger, and the rallies tend to really be just ranging within the previous day's range, or break for a little bit, come back, open within the previous day's range. So the rallies are failing to continue. We're pushing lower even when we have all these green candles here. If we look at this downtrend right here, it's got more green candles than it has red candles, and yet we still moved way lower and even made a lower low over here. So that's my analysis on Apple. The setup I'm looking for Monday will be a rejection off of this trend line and supply zone, a push lower targeting this 171 level. If we break below that and bears are really taking strength, I'm really going to look for a swing trade on some puts, and I'm going to target this 167, which worked out the other week, as you guys saw in our previous watch list video, and then that 162 as well. But because we're in a falling wedge, I do want to see if we do break out with some momentum. I want to see a retest of this 1 hour supply zone to use it as demand. So if we break all this resistance here, I'm going to look for a retest of the resistance to use it as support to go along to then target 180, 182, and if bulls really have momentum and volume behind it, 187. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Check us out at bullishbears.com. We have a trading community where we go live every single day for you guys for the first few hours of market open. We trade live with you guys. We help you guys learn, understand risk management, understand some trade setups, and we really try to help you guys make some money while you're learning as well. Alright guys, have a great day, have a great weekend, and have a great day trading and a great week trading. Take care. Peace out.